quarterfinals.
Yeah. And Guard is the guy who came second to Cypher in the last Zotac Cup, which was in August.
Yeah.
And he was playing out of his mind on that day. He was stunning. And
I mean, Guard's been he got to a point where he was really, really good, but then he doesn't feel like he's got to the next level yet. He's just sort of touching the surface.
It's kind of like almost sort of lazy in a kind of way. It's like, okay, I'll practice lots. I'll practice some. It's like, I'll play a tournament. It's kind of sort of blasé about the whole affair.
Have we seen him in an event though? A LAN event?
No, he was meant to go to DreamHack Summer this year, and he was meant to go with Firebot. Firebot organised his hotel and everything, and on the day, no word from him whatsoever. Yeah. Guard just wasn't there the whole weekend. Firebot didn't hear a single thing, and Firebot wasn't really that happy about the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to talk into it too much, but one of the great things, and not related entirely, is that on FACEIT you can pretty much get updated on any information you want in terms of gaming. Someone goes live, you get updated, and you don't have to link things like your Facebook account. So if you're not someone that wants to attend an event, but you do want to play online cups, you can get involved and keep up with all the action without, typically subscribing to your standard social media platforms. So,
no, absolutely.
It's a really cool thing. It's almost like a MySpace for gamers, but like not MySpace, instead just much better,
Yeah, just that's a strange way to put it. I kind of see where you're coming from though.
Yeah.
And I do have the server details once again, so we will push through onto that server.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, Guard Baxi next. I'm looking forward to that game much. It should be an excellent one. So let's get back to the action very soon. We'll wait for them to call vote on to Furious Heights. And Strengths has finally just declared, okay, my connection.
This is fine. Why? Menu success. Tournament over. Strengths wins.
Yeah, it's fine. Guys, can we just that's the end?
Yeah, why not?
That's it.
Well, it's relieving anyway, to say the least.
It's relieving for Alpha Omega. I think it's like, yes, he has a problem. I have a much better chance now.
Yeah, I mean, what ping does Alpha Omega have on this server? 55. Strengths has 120 to 200. Don't think it's fixed yet. So maybe this is just a problem.
Bigger numbers are better, right?
You could have out-tabbed. We'll see. Well, who knows? Maybe it's just crashed completely because nothing's happening on my screen. But
yeah, I'm not sure. But I mean, either way, if this game gets played anymore, we will head over to Baxton and Garson. They are on hold for us. And whenever we need, we can release them very soon.
So I mean, obviously we got FACEIT this weekend. Have we got any other QuakeLive events in the near future to maybe look out for?
There is the Adroits LAN. It's going to be going on the 19th to the 21st of October.
Okay. And I guess that means I'm probably doing FACEIT on my own.
I don't know if what's going on that weekend at all.
Okay.
Because if all the Quake players are at Adroits, then.
Yeah, okay, that's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a lot happening for QuakeLive again, though.
I mean, there's plenty. It's in buckets at the moment.
Yeah, I know when I was playing, things sort of started to slow down a little bit, and that's when I, started to lose a bit of motivation. But now again, everything seems to be starting up.
There's everything's there.
Yeah, we've got new maps as well, and that's one of the things. Maps is that almost every cup, I think we're going to be running Facebook polls to determine, what maps we're going to see, so people can get involved in that vote. And that's how we got to this vote today. I think the 3 standard maps were, or the 4 standard maps, and then I think it was Furious Heights, Lost World, Error Walk, Toxicity, and then the one that we were voting for was the last one.
It was a Blood Run.
Which was Blood Run we got.
Which is kind of a crowd favourite from Russia, basically.
Because I know a few people wanted...
most other places.
Yeah, I know a few people wanted Silence, but I don't have much experience with that, unfortunately. So, I mean, how is Silence as a map?
Pardon? Sorry.
Silence.
Silence is really good. I think we should talk about it very soon because we are going to be moving on to a different game. It seems like we're going to go to Backstein and Guard. Okay.
So this is the quarterfinal we're going straight to. Awesome.
Right, I'm just going to make sure.
Jump into that server then, shall we? But again, guys, make sure you check out FACEIT.com on Twitter, FACEIT.com. That's the single M. On Facebook, FACEIT Community. And on YouTube, FACEIT.com, again, with a single M. And if you weren't here earlier and you've just tuned in, make sure you check out all the videos we've had produced by ZeroQL. I think they're all on the YouTube, with the exception of the splash screen we've got.
I mean, there's also some really cool art on the Facebook page.
Yeah, and on the Own 3D.
Really nice. Yeah, and there's been some amazing backdrops and stuff on the own site. And I mean, you were asking me about the silence map. It's a map that I've been dedicating lots of my spare time to, really. I've been trying to learn it and been having good results on it, but I think it's really good. It's kind of like a long shaped map. You've got sort of red on one end, in the middle is the big cluster area where a lot of the fights will be going on, and on the other far side there's a yellow armor and a railgun. So you got things spread out quite nice and evenly, and kind of what the most fun thing about the map is there is just an inordinate amount of jumps that you can do on there.
I did have about a 5-minute run through, and I remember jumping through a teleporter, then onto a beam, pick up mega health, and then onto a couple of pillars or something to get red armor. And it's the jumps that really, you've got two types of player. You've got a player that just likes to play the game and get on with it, and you've got another player that likes to really experiment with the movement and have a bit of fun. And there's no like Backstein. And actually, thinking of Backstein, and is it Alpha Mega? Did you say we're
Backstein and Guard?
And Guard next. I've not seen, like I said, we haven't seen Guard, but we have seen that Backstein is pretty aggressive.
It's going to be against a more formidable opponent now. It's kind of it's upping for him throughout the tournament, as you would expect. But this is going to be a very interesting game, because I put a lot of my faith behind Backstein as one of those great up and coming players who's approaching the levels of the top ones. And it's a risky thing. I think my money would be safer on Guard, but I'm going to say that Backstein's going to win 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not on form, maybe. But and then at the same time, we've not seen Backstein play defensive yet. He had a pretty.
He's not been. He doesn't need to when he's had the control so much so far.
Exactly. So who knows how he's going to perform? If he just try one or too many jumps, maybe Guard will capitalize on that. But I'm sure we'll find out. There's no real point in talking about it too much. We'll see what happens when we get into the game. And even what maps we'll see as well, because that's going to change the pace of things. So.
Yeah, I mean, I will imagine Guard is going to remove Lost World. I think I kind of don't want him to, but at the same time, I think he very much should. But I would also like to see how Guard's able to fight back on Lost World. And do you manage to find my server?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully I've got the right password. We'll see if we get in.
So let's have a look and see if we had maps picked.
Any luck?
Check it out. So they're actually picking now, and Guard is immediately removing Lost Worlds. So he doesn't want that. Backstein removes Arrow Walk, so that leaves us with Toxicity, Furious Heights, and Blood Run left in the pool.
I think it's smart to remove Arrow Walk against Guard. Very strong railgun. So. I don't know, I'd like to see maybe a Toxicity. I think Backstein maybe be a little bit stronger on as well, but at the same time, the pace that Guard can perhaps put out could be also, a good opposing force, so to speak.
Yeah. So and Guard's actually going to go for Blood Run as his map choice at the moment.
I mean.
And Toxicity, Backstein does pick Toxicity, so we could see a very strong game from him there.
I think so. So, why don't we jump into the game? Hopefully we are going to kick things off straight away. If I have a quick look at the scoreboard as we jump in, we've already got Backstein readying up. 23 ping, Guard's got 61. And Blood Run, of course, might not make too much difference if you can just play the position. But we'll see how things turn out. Of course, the LG is going to feel a little bit more comfortable for Backstein.
That's right.
We saw it used a lot as well. But kicking things off here, the first quarter-final here in the first ever FACEITtv hosted QuakeLive Sunday Cup. Blood Run's the map, watching Backstein off the spawn against Guard. As he does get that lower yellow and the upper. I don't think he's going to risk the red armor because he only has a plasma to his name, so he really needs to find some weapons and find them quickly.
He's saying hello to the wall there.
Yeah, I don't know, pretty smart, because I guess maybe Guard could have expected that Backstein was pushing for the LG, so just giving a listen out.
Or just itching his head, I don't know.
Yeah, or that.
Something like that. You want to pick a safe place to do that. Backstein hitting a nice rail there, jumps down and picks up that third of the crucial weapons that you want in Duel. So he has that rocket launcher to hand, in position to get the mega health behind him as well. So we've got a fairly even split at the moment. We've got 200, 100 stack to a 100, 200. And Backstein is just going to be improving that. Yeah,
and like I say, with all the health up on the map at the beginning of the game, I'd actually pick Guard in the better position, because as long as he fights by the 25 HP people behind him, the 50 HP to his left, and those 225s at the bottom of the stairs, he can actually use it as like a mega health.
Guard here trying to aggress on this red armor. Lots of LG going on the moment. Backstein does back off, hits a great rail behind him. Guard Gonna try and regenerate some health and actually kicks himself in the backside with that grenade. Mega health up in 2 seconds. He is going to be raining down more grenades, hopefully not to himself this time. And yeah, so he has negated that the effect of the mega health there. Baxting not going to be as healthy as he was. Red armor next.
He's still looking good though. If God jumps, he'll take a crap ton of damage, to be quite honest with you, from that LG. Yeah, that's a very nice play, but somehow actually God able to duck away from that. It was a nicely placed rocket, and that could actually gift him this upper yellow armor if he can switch out to the LG.
Wow.
No, he has no ammo. I don't think he actually realised. There's the LG ammo. Baxting's like, I'm just going to take it now.
That is crazy. What? And God jumps in immediately, and it's going to be a 1-1 game. That was a crazy first frag though. Baxting was stood there, and he's like, oh, I'm still alive. Okay, fire another round. Quick, I can get the kill. And God, that was just strange that went on there. God making a jump there for red armor, going to jump off, taking a little bits of lightning, but nothing too drastic. Yeah, he's managed to keep 80 of that armor, and Baxting running around a little healthier.
Yeah, I mean, we have got Red and Mega at the same time, but it's unrealistic to call what God's going to go for, because now he has 100. He could actually make the jump up toward red armor, look for some spam down toward the Mega Health, try and give him a time. Actually, that's a nice drop as well with the railgun's going to connect. He can guess that time. He's going to peek back out, I think, to maybe look for the Mega, see if it was taken. No, perhaps he heard it, I don't know. But the jump to red comes out, and God looking okay at the moment.
Yeah, that was a good roll. He managed to definitely win the fight in that area. And ages now until any item's going to spawn. So it's basically looking out where the enemy's going to be. Maybe if they can pick up a frag just before the items, whoever wins that fight will have something to fall back on. But Baxting being weak, he might want to postpone that fight or delay it until a bit later on.
Yeah, I mean, he has enough armor to fight over this mega health. If God drops down, he has enough LG to push him back and enough rockets to spam it down. So yeah, good position from Baxting, knowing those two items spawning at the same time. And he just needs to keep what he's doing at the moment. He's got that 200 health now, so once an opportunity arises and he can maybe connect with a rocket, he could potentially push in for the shot. But you can see God playing the position on that teleport exit there. Brilliant railgun, going to at least push Baxting away, knock his confidence perhaps slightly.
That'll be difficult to do though. I think Baxting probably feeling pretty good about his game, the way it's been so far. But that first frag as well was I think he'll be feeling a sense of relief almost from it. But this mega health, those grenades, Baxting could be waiting a long time, and he is just hiding there behind it. And eventually he's going to be allowed to go over there. God just wanting to delay time so he can get his hands on the red armor. It's going to be close. He is going to drop down. So pretty much lost the positive effects of that. He's going to keep backing off. Baxting in the right place at the right time. It's a tight fight though. Rockets being exchanged, and they do decide, okay, we'll cut it there. Both of them probably on around the 40 health mark at the end of that fight. And you don't want to be the one to make that mistake there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's almost like we've seen a mini reset here. Both players have the same amount of weapons, but God has managed to deal more there to that taken, and we'll be able to pick up this mega health now. And
he's looking good.
Yeah, he needs to find a place to set up a trap, really. You've got to know that Baxting is either going to move toward that lower yellow or maybe the red armor, so that's exactly where he's going to go to try and find the shot. But
Baxting was on 40 health at the end of that fight. Yeah, he's got that yellow armor, and he's running on fumes right now. He's looking for rocket ammo. They're so useful when you are trying to move back. You just scare your opponent away. Mega health up soon. So Baxting has done a pretty good job at the moment. In a fight at the moment, he would have an opportunity to get away. He wouldn't just be target practice for now.
200 now for God. 100 for Baxting. This is some good rockets. He's pushed him through the teleport as well. Down to 142 on that health. And if we look at the mega health time, that's not spawning for another 25 seconds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the rail's going to finish him off. What I was going to say is that health would have ticked down to 100 in time for Mega. He could have challenged for it, or instead, he could just hit a well-placed railgun and, going to eliminate that possibility. 2-1.
Yeah, so Baxting, he wants to get this yellow, but he knows that rail might be. He waits for that shot to be fired, and they're like, okay, I can grab it now. He's got reload time to look out for. Mega health goes to guard, and Baxting makes the jump. 4 health left. He just makes it away before that second rail can hit him, and it's actually turned out all right for him with those 225s and the 50. He's back to a modest stack at the moment.
Yeah, literally one rocket or a railgun, and this next mega health could be challenged for. This is some brilliant LG coming out from Baxting. Is God going to try and back away? 61 and 6 after some shards. 21, not railable any longer, but actually could still potentially force his way on toward that mega health. Does Guard realize just how much damage that has been dealt? I'm not entirely sure. It looks like he's going to try and back away, but Baxy's going to be able to pick up that red armor, back away toward the mega, surely just wary of a railgun coming out and stripping him his health down to lower than it needs to be.
Yeah, Baxstein doing well. He was pretty slow to make those moves, but he did get it done eventually. Guard is on 100-100, so it's very close. The next fight could go either way, and the red armor up in 2 seconds. We could possibly see it happen here. Baxstein trying to set up a trap.
Yeah, this is smart.
Guard's also trying to set up a trap. They're basically trying to do the same thing. They're going to meet each other here. Baxstein hitting that first rocket, and Guard, well, he's going to play it defensively now and move away. Mega health up in just a moment. Baxstein's going to be wanting to take that, but he actually finds Guard on the side. Bit more damage being dealt, but still 3 minutes left, and it's not tied just yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is good for Baxi, it's obviously tanked, but, you know, again, the problem with Blood Run, or not the problem, but, you know, one of the features of the Blood Run, I guess, is that plus backing across the corners, you know, be it by the stairwell and shards, or, you know, the teleports is possible with even lower HP and armor, and the aggression comes out here as the LG is pulled from Guard, but not going to be able to find the frag, and Baxi is going to live to fight another day, at least for the time being. The drop to yellow armor.
Amazing.
Did not expect that. I don't know how he got there so quickly, but
insane.
Ridiculous. 3-1 as Baxi is going to try and keep up the aggression. He knows that really if he lets Guard get tanked, he could play very defensive for the next 2 minutes. So he's going to try and deal as much damage as he can, because he knows that this next mega health has to go to him if he wants to make a comeback. So the yellow armor has to be his, and unfortunately Guard would be in position for that. So if we switch over to Baxi, he's going to come out and deal some damage. Actually quite a lot of damage here. If you can see out here and hit a couple of rockets, but that is a ballsy push out from Guard. Baxi just didn't expect that whatsoever.
Yeah, he's looking for more. The red armor being up in a second. Baxi is going to try and get on that mega first. Red hasn't been contended for, so he's still got a chance to get up there. Bit of LG damage hits the rail afterwards, and Guard still fairly healthy at the moment. Baxin's still got to chase. A minute and a half left, and now with 2 frags to make instead of 1. This LG fight could be quite a lot, but Baxin misses that rail at the end, and Guard backs off once again. He's doing everything right at the moment. The fights aren't always going Guard's way, but he's doing the right things at the end of the fight to stop himself, you know, being worse off.
And I mean, the problem is here for Baxi is Guard's not going to push to somewhere he doesn't feel comfortable in moving to with, you know, the health and armor he's got. He'd rather hold position and keep this 2-frag lead, because this is a 2-frag victory potentially at the moment here on Blood Run for Guard. And the question is, you know, Baxi has to A, you know, push on aggressively, but B, needs to try and set up a trap, and you can't do both. So I have no idea what's going to happen. It almost feels like it's going to be a lucky exchange at this point for Baxi, because he's just got to hope that Guard misses.
Yeah, I mean, Guard's actually let Baxi get this red, and this could be crucial. I mean, I think we should watch Baxi to see what he's able to do on the chase. Mega health up in 1 second, and this is it. Baxi do or die now. He hits 1 rail, and he should have moved forward there with the LG. 30 seconds left. Now he does find Guard. He's going to try and cut him off by the top exit. Hits 1 rail. And how is he going to find him now? He's leaving himself so little time to get things done. He sees a bit of spam. Hits another rail through the teleporter. Guard, is he going to come up through to the top yellow? Baxi can't get items anymore. And I don't know, he's leaving this till the very, very last second.
Yeah, 5-second respawn if you want to force it. This is not going to be a first map victory here for Baxi. The final frag, 4-1 here on Blood Run. Having a quick look at the stats, we can see the Megas definitely went in favor of Baxi, but, well, I mean, the stats, I guess they kind of make sense, because if you do end up with times that, you know, they're around about the same, then you will see one player get one, but not the other.
Well, that was a really tight game there. Extremely tight. And I think, I don't know what could have gone differently there. When it was 2-1, maybe Baxi could have been a bit more aggressive in some points. I don't know, but he would have had to be more aggressive and hit more shots.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you just push in aggressively, then you're going to risk taking rockets. However, if you take 1 or 2 pot shots here and there, your opponent might think that you're then going to rush in, take a teleporter. Meanwhile, Baxi's just backtracked and done a rocket jump back up to middle, wherever this imaginary map I'm making is right now, and catch him out, because, you know, that's not what Guard was expecting. And unfortunately, Guard just had the better of him on Blood Run.
there was just a couple of fights where they were both fairly even health. They both got really low at the end, and maybe Baxting could have just gone in for that last shot and taken the risk. Even though he would have been crippled at the end of him, he could have maybe stacked up after and hoped that Guard got a spawn far away from where he was playing at.
But it looks like we've already gone live.
In Toxicity, so sorry there for rambling on. We're going to get started now, and we're 20 seconds in, following Baxting at just above where Red Armor's about to spawn. Guard is going to come down. Baxting taking the opportunity to get the LG as God jumps on him. With 7 health left. That would have been one more bolt of lightning to take him out of 1 health. What even hit him? I think maybe a tiny bit of plasma or rocket splash or something going on there. And even more damage. Guard, though, getting the first frag. It's looking very unlikely he'll get the second unless Baxting neglects this red armor.
Yeah, I mean, one of the new things about Toxicity is if you stand at sort of the 50 HP LG area, you can practically hear every spawn on the map. And you can, as long as you've got the railgun in hand, you can then, position yourself after you hear that to find the early shot. And then you don't even have to push into the frag. You know your opponent's low, and you know he's not going to be able to go into a major item. So this map can be very, very fast-paced and high-scoring. And, so far it looks like we might actually see a couple of good direct rockets, but 24 HP, you are going to see things tied up 1-1 here as Baxting gets his name onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, very nice tying these up. And, I mean, look, he managed to get a kill and a good start. The card was just stood there for some reason, and Baxting taking an easy headshot. Not that they do extra damage, but God let him do it. And it's 3-1 now, just picking it up quickly, and still 200 armor. Guard rushing towards him. We could see one more on the board for him. And remember, guys, this is Baxting map pick, and if he loses this map, Guard is going to go through because he's one map behind. Nice roll there.
And the thing is about the red armor you saw Baxting pick up, it's almost like a death pick play out of control. So the fact that Baxting is even pushing down to red armor just shows that how comfortable he's feeling right now about this matchup, because he knows he's going to take damage by picking it up, but he's happy to do so with his current control. That said, just 21 points of health and 36 now after that frag, making it 4-1. He's got to think carefully about what he does next. And I was about to say that particularly because he's just dropped to red. What a railgun!
It was do or die, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that rocket as well has actually hurt him a lot, and mega health up in a second. Baxting, he might. No, he's not. I was going to say he could be aggressive there, but he decides to play it safe. Going to let Guard take that mega health, and he's going to just make sure that he's walking away with his life, at least for the next couple of seconds. Nice LG though. Guard's going to have to back off, and Baxting, sacrificing that mega, he's probably going to win this red armor. If Guard is going to drop down, it's going to be a close fight, and Baxting just about makes it 6-1. And this is definitely going well. You can tell this is Baxting's map, really.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, you have to come out strong on second map. You have to find some momentum from somewhere to deny Guards.
Yeah.
And certainly has it here. And if you can keep this going until the end of the game, going into a potential third map here in the quarterfinals could be very good for Baxting as he finds his 7th with that LG. Also connects with the one off the spawn. Like I say, you can practically hear every spawn, so you know exactly where to point that crosshair towards for the instant hit railgun, and another one as well. And really, look at the times on the map. Literally, Baxting can run everything right now.
I don't know, Mega and Red at the same time. You sure? Because this is going to depend a lot on how Baxting's going to be able to really manipulate Guard and put him on his particular side of the map.
Yeah, at the same time though, like I say, Red Armor's a death trap. As long as he positions over Mega Health and forces Guard away, he would be able to get Red Armor. There's the frag. Guard should have known he was going for Mega, because if of course he did go for Red, the damage would have come out and Baxting would have certainly found a frag one way or another.
Lose-lose once again. Guard would have tough time, and Baxting looks like he's keen to pick up one more. There are 2 yellow armors up at the moment. Guard grabs the top one, and he might even go down for the bottom as well. Nice rail though, and Baxting hurting him a lot. We could see one more over here. Baxting getting it to double digits. Red armor is going to be up, and mega health. He's just setting himself in position now. Guard moving closely, and nice experimental jump there.
Yeah,
as he
interesting.
Tries to get to Mega.
Yeah, well,
still not getting taken. Oh, Guard is going to go down, so Baxting is going to be given access to that plus 100 health.
Yeah, it's falling away from Guard now. I mean, the question is, do you want to really focus on second map, try and bring the 10 frags to line back, or do you want to wait until the third map? Right now, almost Baxting looks unstoppable, but 42 points of health. Machine gun could shut him down. He needs to first remove that armor, which would be, I believe, 1 or 2 points per machine gun. damage. I could be wrong. The ratios, it's been a while since I obviously played competitively, but I think it's 1. Anyway, Baxine is still, you know, pretty good off the spawn.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty decent rails from him. He's going to get one more, but he's very weak at the moment. A sudden burst of LG could take him down, and there's Guard managing to, well, stop being the one putting points on the board again. And 10 frags of difference. Yeah, these comebacks are possible, and I've definitely seen it done before. It's just a question of whether or not he can keep that momentum, keep it going for this second half of the map. And Baxine's going to be doing his damn best to stop that.
Well, right now times are looking good actually for Guard. He can get the red armor if he wants. At the same time, he's got 143, so he doesn't necessarily need to drop. He could actually use it as bait. But he said he wants to pick it up.
But Baxine's nowhere to be seen, really.
It's good actually, technically he did pick it up because now we keep the separation of the item times. So in some ways actually worked out for the best at the moment. But
Baxine wanted to go for a steal, but wasn't quite able to make it. Yellow armor, the Guard's taken everything. 1 yellow though is up. And yep, Baxine is going to crawl over, but might be in a sticky position here. Guard's going to chase through a teleporter. LG fight going, and Baxine's going to go down again. The spawn isn't going to be for Baxine by red, and Guard's looking for another frag. He doesn't want to pick up that armor straight away. And Baxine's like, okay, I'll back off. Actually, I don't want to die just yet. I don't want to let him accumulate those frags too quickly. Nice rail though by Guard. I'm going to check out his actually 50% rail. Pretty solid stuff there. And Baxine below him, he might even chase again. Just it's a race through the teleporters, and Baxine steals that mega health nicely. Top yellow being taken, and Baxine gets that as well, but it is all about Guard doing that LG damage. Only 1 rail is able to come out from Baxine there.
This is what I mentioned earlier, that once you do start chasing your opponent across the map, you occasionally lose times of the items by, you know, 1 or 2 milliseconds, or even it gets stolen away in front of you. But that said, Guard has still managed to found 2. Thankfully, there were health packs on the map for him to pick up during that run. And now we have actually reduced his score line to just 7 frags. 6 frags now. 3 minutes, easy to do.
Yeah, he's made 5 frags in the last minute and a half. Mega health up in a second. Red as well, and Baxine's kind of on the wrong side really to take either, although he could make a nice jump over to one of them. Is he going to decide to go for any? Guard really doesn't want to lose out on this mega health. Oh, and he's going to just knock Baxine out of the way as he was trying to steal it. He's looking off the spawn. He finds Baxine again. It could be 1 more, and he's just going to run for it. Baxine still with no real weapon right now. He finds the rail, but I don't know if this is the weapon he wants. The reload time is really going to cripple him here, but he's dancing over through teleporters. It's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, his movement is just ridiculously good, Baxine's at the moment. You know, map-based movement here is he does find his 8th. I couldn't believe that earlier. I mean, the failed rocket jump from Guard gifted the awareness of that, you know, frag. That's the 9th as well. Just a 3 frag game now. 2 minutes to do it, and this is going to make it a 2. Surely he's got the amount of health he needs to chase. Just a railgun would only eliminate what, 30 HP from what he's got at the moment. So as long as he keeps, you know, Baxine away from some of these major items, this comeback's going to happen.
This is really stressful for Baxine. He needs to win this map. He needs to hold off these 3 frags as long as he can. Ideally a minute and a half. And Guard is well on the way to pursuing that 2-0 victory, although it's still either way at the moment. What we need to see from Baxine is just some crazy damage.
Yep, pretty much. You can't do it on the defensive on the plus back, but you know the problem with this map is that you can just get caught out with LG.
Oh, some nice rockets. Yeah, and Guard picks up 1 frag there. He is fairly weak, and red armor is actually going to go to Baxine, so it's a fairly even split there. Baxine trying to go up for the LG, but gets cut off there by Guard. And this is not bad for Baxine at all. Picking up that red, that's really solid. It's going to make him safe for at least a few moments. But 2 frags will take no time at all if Guard initiates it soon.
Yeah, 155 at the moment. And we are going to see a bit of an exchange as you just push him in the LG. But what I was saying is these corridors are so wide that you can just easily dive around the rockets pushed in toward you and just LG the hell out of your opponent. Like we've been seeing, the Mega's going to be up in 2 seconds. Is a little bit early. The spam comes out. Are we going to see the frag? 12 to 11 now. We've got 35 seconds left, and off the spawn as well. All tied up, 12 to 12. Let's see if Guard can end this one in 2 maps straight.
He wants to get the frag. He does not want to let Backstein take it to overtime, and Backstein is really hoping he can get to it. 20 seconds left, and there's the rail there. Guard could have knocked out Backstein. 2 maps to 0. 15 seconds left for Backstein to pull out some miracle right now. I don't know if it's going to happen. We need to see some of the most impressive rockets ever. And let's see, 5 seconds. Backstein moves in, hits 1, okay, but that frag there is going to end it. Backstein calls a well played and good game. Guard takes it 2-0, and I said 2-1 Backstein. I was pinning my hopes that Toxis would be there, but Guard just played immensely in that second half.
I couldn't believe that comeback.
So good.
Yeah.
Was it 10 or 11 frag comeback?
Something like that.
Amazing.
But I mean, that's the thing on a map like Toxicity. That, like I said, the corridors are so open. Any rockets coming towards you, you can jump and, 5 times out of 10, maybe even 8 times out of 10, you'll get away with it. And then you're just still OGing your opponent to death. And that's pretty much what sort of started the turnaround, and especially a couple of frags on the comeback. So brilliant play, of course, from Guard, but, commiserations still to Backstein. He played a good game.
I'm gutted for Backstein, really. I thought he could have had that. I mean, when he picked up that red armor and Guard moved over to the mega health, I thought things could have gone well for him there, but what is it? Guard just had a spurt of crazy damage and everything went down, and Backstein just managed to deliver nothing, which is fairly unusual for him. That was really what it was. That made it a 2 frag difference, and then Guard.
I mean, the rails and the LG from Guard, they were on when they needed to be on. He hit everything that mattered, didn't miss anything really, and especially off the spawn as well. Hit some great spawn rail guns. So impressive play. Looking forward to seeing him in the semi-final, of course. But right about now, we're going to try and get our next game.
Actually, just having a look, I think you might laugh from this. We might be able to see Alpha Omega versus Strengths.
What, as the finishing things off, or
as
they're
finally getting going?
They're only just starting. Wow. Okay.
It's been half an hour, and we might see them. Well, see if I can find them.
Assuming there is no semi-finals, which I much rather cover over a quarter-final, then let's do.
I don't think there are really. I'm just having a look. Slim versus Pavel. Hang on. Slim.
Let's see what we can get.
Yeah, I am gonna. Oh, apparently Slim and Pavel have finished already.
Okay.
So, and I have been told that there is nothing else right now. So.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe I can call across the room and see if you want to take a quick break whilst we sort out the next game.
We've got one game here. So.
Oh, we're definitely doing the Strengths one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there's nothing right now.
No, I mean nothing other than that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I got you.
That wrongly.
Yeah. Okay, we'll carry on then. Let me.
You can follow me. I'm
jump
just
on the server straight away.
Now. I hope they haven't started. That would be really good if they haven't.
I've got the server. The question is which password it is. We got 3.
It's the normal one, I think.
Okay. Get into this one. Hopefully we can kick things off.
And I mean the pings look pretty even. They're 40 to 45ish. You need to close that.
I need the browser to start responding first.
Okay, I see.
There we go. So. Okay. Yes, no, yes, no, yeah. Okay. Join game.
Yay. So I want to check out like who's going to be facing off, because Strengths and Alpha Omega, that's on the top end of the bracket. Backstein, I mean, we could be seeing the winner of this going up against Guard at some point.
Okay. And
on the bottom end, it's kind of a battle between Reaper, Agent, Matrox, and Pavel. And then there's a Crims and Dopey69 which are playing as well. But should we holler at these guys to get started?
Sure, and we're moving back to round of 16, aren't we? So this is a best of 1 on Lost Wild. So, all right, guys. So live now here on FACEITtv for the QuakeLive Sunday Cup, the first Sunday Cup of many, I hope, is a round 16 match between Strengths and Alpha Omega. So we've moved back a little bit, but interested to see this on Furious Heights as we watch Alpha Omega off the spawn. As he does get the red and has moved in toward position of the Mega, but he does know Strengths has that LG, so it wasn't a good situation to maybe push onto. And instead going to try and cut Strengths out in the back here with a couple of well-placed rockets, but he may have actually given Strengths position on red here, as he's not quite hitting the rockets he wants to maybe secure himself the item.
Yeah, Strength actually moves in for that railgun. He's going to get this next time. We could be seeing what we saw before they timed out and searched other servers. Alpha Omega could be doing that backward plus back in game. And Strength is going to be the one leading with that item control. Mega health up in just a moment. Strength is looking down below. He's trying to catch him out somewhere, but he's actually, by doing that, he's given Alpha Omega that mega health, which not what he was hoping for.
Yeah, again, like I always say, it's not the end of the world for Strengths. He has a lot of health bubbles on the map that haven't been taken yet to work with, and he's actually delaying red armor here. This is cheeky. Must have eyes or thoughts that maybe Alpha Omega isn't sort of pushing out to look for the item pickup. It was strange to say the least. I wasn't really expecting that kind of risky play this early on, but maybe that's what he needs to do, because we saw Alpha Omega before we saw the restart earlier on play very defensive for the first 2 minutes.
And Alpha again, he just got 1 yellow armor there. He's really living on very little. He wants to get this other yellow down here, but he's just going to have to run away in the end. Gets shot by a rail. It does get some nice rocket there on Strengths, but he should back off here. He is railable. He's below that 80 health mark. Picks up 1 more red armor going to Strengths, and this is so risky by Alpha. It's very strange to see players who almost seem comfortable in this kind of situation.
I mean, it's 2 ways to look at it, really. On one hand, Strengths is waiting for maybe Alpha Omega to push out and make a mistake, and on the other hand, Alpha Omega as well. Yeah, that's the first frag. It was by the LG, and that's what Strengths was really thinking. It was like, okay, you're not going to come out, I'm not going to chase you, but sooner or later you're going to want to go for an item, and that's where I'm going to find the fraggers. Maybe buy this red armor as well. Was that stolen away? I think it might have been by Alpha Omega, and he has the rocket as well. Both players around about even stack at the moment. Well, that railgun's going to shut him down, so he's railable now, Alpha Omega. Strengths can still live to fight another day, but is doing well to back away and pick up some armors, make sure the times do not sync up together, and they have got a split between, so he can continue to rotate around the map. Remember, he does have times on most of the items. When he dropped down to red armor, he has no idea where Alpha Omega is at the moment. If we have a look, he's actually up by Mega, and again, Strengths has that LG, probably doesn't want to risk jumping over, but if he was to hit a nice rocket, which is what he was looking for, maybe that opportunity could have presented itself. So at least Alpha Omega is trying to give himself that opportunity.
Yeah, but he's trying to, but he's really playing with nothing at the moment. He takes a rail from the back. Red armor in just a second, but he's not going to be able to hang around for it. Now he's taking the risk of getting yellow, but Strength is going to charge in front of him. Could he make it this 2-0? And he is going to. Strength moves back for the red. Alpha will have heard it get picked up though from that death cam, and he will maybe be able to sneak in on another point, but Strength at the moment, he's keeping a really tight eye on these items. There's an LG fight. Alpha doesn't really want to challenge those fights, and he denied a yellow, but that's not going to really mean anything. Red armor next, and Alpha is waiting for it. It's just going to be another easy frag for the Frenchman.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. On Furious Heights, an all-out aggressive attack can work. You can maybe give yourself map control on the respawn. The problem is, on the left side of the screen, nothing is spawning. So even when Alpha Omega goes in, deals damage, and then respawns, Strengths has still got quite a bit of armor, quite a bit of health, and Alpha Omega has got absolutely nothing. So nothing is gained in that situation. And really, that's what Alpha Omega's got to try and switch up and prevent this scoreline going further away from him.
That's right. 5 seconds till red. Alpha is hanging around in the rail room. Strengths is looking up, but just about to start chasing him. Red's going to be up next, but again, Strengths doesn't like picking the items up immediately. If he sees, well, nice rail, almost hitting a second. I think Alpha returned fire there. He just wants to take it when he's got the time and when he thinks that his opponent's not going to see him take it.
Yeah, let's go on a quick look at accuracies. 42 LG, 41 railgun for Strengths. On Alpha Omega, we got 30 LG, 100 railgun. I can quickly press tab. Only fired one.
Oh, okay, that's
don't get it too excited just yet. Maybe that's
a little bit for a second.
Yeah, maybe that's the sort of things to come. We'll see. We've still got over 5 minutes left remaining, or just over. So plenty of time for Alpha Omega to keep playing this game and try and find a way back in. But right now he has absolutely no option to get in on any of these armors. Strengths is in position for everything, and it looks like he's going to wait for this lower as well. Maybe if Alpha Omega can delay him enough, he'll be able to get the yellow by Mega Health. But even that, I think, is going to be a risk for him.
That was nice. He managed to bounce Strengths up there. That's actually let him get out of the room without dying. Strengths hits a rail at the end, and every rail that Alpha takes at the moment is just crippling. It's setting him back 10, 20, 30 seconds. Mega Health up next for Strengths. He's got plenty of time to get over for this red armor, and he's doing a really good job at making sure they don't clash together. Alpha's not able to get in on anything. Strengths neglecting a red at the moment. Is Alpha going to jump for it? Yep, he spots it though, so he
No,
will.
I mean, yeah, there was the possibility for Alpha Omega to stick around for that yellow then, but he, I think he was aware that the red armor was just spawning before that, and Strengths would probably get in position. So almost smart, always smart as well as he didn't drop down.
Rockets by Alpha. This could actually win him, a tiny bit of control. He could challenge here for an item, possibly. But what he would like to do here is delay Strength in the Mega Room and then jump over to red. That would be really good for him. Nice rail. Oh, if he could hit another, that would be absolutely fantastic for him. Though he shouldn't jump. Oh, he can do it now. Strength is backed off. Mega Health can go for him. And he does eventually take it, drops down, but a rail there. I think the rocket, did it connect? I couldn't really tell. No, so yeah, Strength in that fight again comes out on top, and he's gonna get that rail ammunition. Alpha is above him, just listening to him do that.
I mean, it's just an impressive play from Alpha Omega, really. You got to really hand it to him. It's just 4-0 after 6.5 minutes, and he's played out of control for almost all of it. I just want to see what he's going to be able to do once he actually picks up a major item and knocks Strengths off his timing. The problem is, though, when Strengths has that kind of LG aim, he does, and if he wants to push into a room with that kind of stack, he's going to push into it. So the question really is, can Alpha Omega get into a position to deal a rocket or two and then a railgun on his escape, or whether he's just going to go down, because this is maybe an all or nothing situation now. 76 HP, 41 now, literally railable even after their 66. Needs to get above 80.
Strengths was low there as well. Strengths was on about 40 health at the end of that fight also. It was close there, but Strengths is backed off the items. Hits a great rail, and now Alpha Omega, well, he's dead. He's almost dead even if he craters. Shards are going to help him out. There's a nice rail. 5-0. 3 minutes left. And remember, guys, this is best of 1. This could be the start of something bad for Alpha. He's trying to get this plasma damage out with 34 HP left. Does he get anything? No, Strength is
I mean, look at that frag. Every time Alpha Omega spawns, he has nothing. Strength has got the frag in the middle of the map. He moved toward Omega Health, forcing the spawn by the railgun and yellow. Where Strength is near now, we've basically gifted Strength that upper yellow and Mega Health. So just Strength is just taking every fight in great positions. Like, even now, he can move toward the red, and he knows exactly where Alpha Omega is going to spawn. It's Mega side of the map somewhere. And there you can see him below. So I mean, Strengths is just—he couldn't ask for a better, game at the moment. Yeah,
well, he's playing very solidly. It's very difficult to criticize his decisions, any of the choice making he's done so far. Alpha there trying to jump out. Mega Health's going to be up. Actually, Strengths messed up timing time. He's left Mega Health up. But, either way, it doesn't matter, because he's going to be able to rush over that way and pick it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, if Alpha Omega did get the Mega, he's still not got no armor, so
there's a bit of that typical Strengths LG pinning, and he is going to pick up an 8th frag. Very nice one. And that's what happens when you just jump onto the Mega, without thinking. Although I could guess Alpha was just desperate to get that, like, please don't hit me, and then closed his eyes when he made the jump.
No, he's just got to try and pick up what he needs.
Yeah, and I think by now it is going to be too late, and I'm going to say that well played to Strengths, and commiserations to Alpha Omega going out in the first FACEIT Sunday Cup.
Yeah, having a quick look at the the stats. Obviously, we might see a couple more frags, but right now 40% on that railgun for Alpha Omega. Did manage to fire off another 9, only connecting with 3 more. Strengths 40% as well, so both even there. But has fired a lot more actually, and obviously railguns are very important here on Furious sites if you do want to hit those defensive players that are sitting away from you.
Strengths wants the pummel. He can't get it though, and he almost actually went down to the machine gun there. He loves getting those pummels in. He says I was using the right decision at the right time, but no, he just likes to humiliate people.
Yep.
Red armor up at the moment. Strength might back up. This could be close. Alpha could actually get a score on the board. A number on the board. Oh no, that really nice flick rail is gonna pick up Strength's 13th, and there we are. Alpha 4th in the last 20-30 seconds there.
Yeah, final score. 13 to something. I didn't quite see 0. I guess
0,
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was indeed.
So congratulations to Strengths. He'll advance to the quarterfinals, and I'm not sure what game we've got coming up next, guys. We'll hopefully get that arranged.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out what we have available to us. Whoa.
See what we've got, because I mean, imagine we should be now hitting the semi-finals, but Strengths is still doing a quarterfinal.
Yeah, apparently Pavel versus either Reaper or Agent is going to occur.
Okay.
Though I think we're waiting for Agent is about to play Rupert on the 3rd map.
I don't think it's worth jumping into a single map and then risk missing a start of another
we
one.
can't, because this is going to play the semi-final can't start until they've finished.
We've got both semi-finals can't start.
Well, the other semi-final won't start for ages because they just finished the round of 16 game. They still have to play the quarter-final before it can start.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that then. We'll just jump into it. Do we know what server it is?
I don't know. I'm just finding it out.
Okay.
Have the admins working on that for us?
I mean, instead of we can probably take a quick break if we've got some time.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go for that?
I think that is a possibility.
Okay, can we take a quick break? Okay, awesome. So stick around, guys. We've got more from the FACEITtv QuakeLive Sunday Cup coming up very shortly. I've been MVC.
And I've been Zoo.
And we'll see you soon.
See you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, and welcome back to FACEITtv. We are here with you with the tiebreaker for a quarter-final game. It is going to be between Agent and Reaper, and I'm Zoot, and with me is
NBC.
And we are actually going to be getting into the game in literally just a second. I'm going to tell them to ready up. So,
So what's the goal? Obviously, we've had 2 maps already. Furious Heights went to Agent. Blood Run to Reaper.
Apparently, Furious Heights was very one-sided in the favor of Agent, but Blood Run was extremely close, and Reaper managed to just pocket it in the last moment, as I heard. But Lost World going to be a map, very old, popular map, as we've discussed before, and I do feel we're going to have a tight game here, I think.
Yeah, I got to say I'd probably be favouring Agent.
Yeah, I think so too, but I think it's going to be one of those maps that Reaper's going to be able to get, is going to understand very well, and because it's not going to be as new to him as a Furious Heights may have been beforehand.
Yeah, certainly. On this map, of course, be nice to see who gets the Mega and Red, because I think one player will probably get both of them, and then whether we'll see one player as well push over to steal the yellow armor, and maybe delay one of either the Red or the Mega.
Yeah,
let's start the game live.
We are going to start anyway. This is the tiebreaker map of the FACEIT Sunday Cup number 1. We are going to get started on Agent. Actually, he's going to get that rocket spawn up above. Reaper running around with just a machine gun and a Mega health, but it kind of was okay for him. He didn't really take much damage at all. Oh, an Agent missing that jump is going to slow things down for him, and he's going to jump for that Red instead.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at Reaper. 145.19 at the moment, 83 to 80. We've got nothing really coming up now that yellow's been taken for a little while. So we'll see who's going to get into middle map first. That's kind of the area you want to hold on that upper level. As I will stay on Reaper's pod for the time being. As we see the drop down coming out from Agent toward that Mega health. He'll pick that up quite cleanly. Yeah, a bit of rocket damage, but it's just feeding each other out at the moment, trying to find where maybe the gaps in each other's games are, and maybe what they can exploit as we move further into this one.
Yeah, well, it's getting pretty tight as it is a tiebreaker. Neither of them want to be the one to go down. It's just a single elimination bracket after all. Reaper actually keeping position on the map at the moment. Spots a yellow over there, trying to see if Agent wants to poke out and get it, but Reaper could be in a good position here to pick up the next 2 major items. Red armor's going to be his, no problem at all, and he can rush over to that Mega health, and he should be 200 with very little damage done only by himself, really.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to switch over to Agent. He's he's still pretty tank, let's be honest, when you compare any dual player in QuakeLive, but at the same time he's not at the level that Agent is in terms of on armor, so he has to play defensive, and coming into middle map is a risk in itself because he is going up against a heavier stack player. So he's still just got to play the corridors a little bit, make sure he keeps his health and armor, above that sort of 100 threshold by picking up the 50 HP bubble and the yellow armors. And then when he gets this right opportunity, he can push in. But maybe this is it, Mega spawn, and there comes the charging in, the rocket straight to the face.
Hurt a lot. Agent's going to have, that rocket's actually put him action for a long time, but he's going to sit down. I thought he was going to hover around that red armor for quite a while, and he might be stuck here if Reaper's just camping up at that teleporter exit. That was a nice jump, very necessary, but he takes a big rocket, and Reaper looking for some kind of chase here. Is he going to jump up? He's going to block off his exit to get over to any other part of the map, and Agent right now running on a very few resources. He's in the backsides of the map. Reaper trying to jump down, eventually gets him. Gonna be 1-0, and Reaper taking frag number 1 of this tiebreaker map.
That's the problem. When you're low HP, that 50 HP is up. That's exactly where the player in control is going to move to try and corner you off. If he doesn't get the frag, he's going to at least keep you out of the game for a little bit longer and going to put you out of that sort of
this
item
LG
control.
by Reaper is going to hurt a lot, and it's going to be 2-0, and it was pretty much a perfect frag for him. He took nothing there, clean 100 health, a lot of armor left. This is so good for him right now. Agent needs to get back into this. He's doing some okay LG damage, but nothing compared to those rockets to the chest. Reaper 3-0 fairly early on in this game.
Yeah, looking good at the moment. Mega health we got in 7 seconds. Agent would be, mad to drop down onto it. He may try to get a couple of rockets and a grenade, but by doing so, he does open up his position, and we could see a rocket jump up toward middle map, maybe to try and find the damage onto Agent. We did see the rocket jump actually, but Agent was already out of view. but valid tactic anyway. That LG would have absolutely destroyed him, and as a result, now he's going to be able to take this red armor. So a little bit slow maybe off the bat there, Reaper. A couple of missed opportunities, but certainly still got that free frag lead.
Share here of damage. Reaper trying to get some rockets, but it's actually, he somehow killed himself there. A little bit too close range for him, but great damage there from Agent. And he's going to rush in with the plasma. It's going to be a mutual frag in the end. It's still 2-0, and 2 frags have happened since they got there in the first place. Agent going to get on Mega. Reaper might try to drop down for this red armor. It could be, it's going to be a split on the major items, and Reaper's going to try and get around towards that lightning gun side of the map. So this is good for him because Agent still does not have that lightning gun, and Reaper can try and maybe get to that upper position and control the center map a bit more.
But at the end of the day, as long as Agent's in sort of this open area and he has the lockdown on Reaper's position, all you need is rocket launcher. But right now, a little bit early for this red. And I don't think it's going to be contested. This Mega Health is going to be far more important for Reaper. No, Reaper actually dropping down. Maybe mistimed it slightly.
Agent got in there so quickly. Wow, and this big fight over here, Reaper manages to get outside into the center map. He's trying to just edge Agent out, but he's not falling for it at all. And Reaper is going to keep center control. And wow, Agent having an amazing stack just a moment ago. He's down to 25 armor. He is crippled after that.
I mean, we saw earlier how difficult it is to really find frags. Even if you do damage, there's still a lot of possibilities to back away and keep your current stack and, most importantly, your life. And that's exactly what these two players are thinking about at the moment. Yes, I could get a frag, but what cost? Am I instead going to then miss out on some major helps off the spawn? Am I going to, be too low to actually do anything remotely useful? So these players just waiting for that perfect opportunity, and so far just hasn't arisen. You can see we see some big rockets, and the players just not acting on it. But that's just a case of it not being right for them just yet, and they know if they hold on for a little bit longer, they can perhaps get something better, because we've still got 5 minutes or 4.5 in this one.
And only 2 points between the two players. It's very even at the moment. The next set of major items could decide a lot here, and it could go another even split. Agent could get this mega health, and Reaper, he's battled his way down to try and get this red. Spots Agent trying to sneak up down from the side, but again, it's fairly even. I like this though. It's good for Reaper, but Agent is definitely, the way he plays this map, he is going to be able to find an opportunity at some point, and Reaper is going to be focusing so hard not to give it up.
Now I'm going to switch on to Agent. He's this player that has to find the 2 frags, obviously. As that time slowly but surely ticks down to that 0 mark where the game will end.
This LG Agent's going to back off at the moment. There's still another 100 armor behind Reaper's stack, and Agent's going to have to spend a few more moments now getting that health up, and he does manage to find the mega, so that's going to be good for him. The yellow's just on that side. He's going to maybe jump up for the top lightning gun yellow, but he does hear Reaper above, just trying to get down towards it. So sitting on this red armor, he's going to be waiting quite a bit of time. He was pretty damn early for it. He does eventually get it, but Reaper sneaks in and gets it. Great drop. Reaper's got to back off. He's got to find a way out somehow. That lightning gun not connecting. He's just waddling around the map, hoping that he's not going to get taken out. Picks up the rocket launcher, and this is a really dangerous place to be. Almost gets the next rocket. Reaper bringing it 3-0 now. Mega health in his hands. Red armor next, and 2.5 minutes to go. This is so difficult now. Agent can no longer make a mistake with this much time left on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, he waited around for a moment. It didn't come. This is some good rockets. It might be enough. He didn't land in the lava, though. Reaper's going to stay alive. The 50 HP is going to put him up to 60. No railgun, of course, here on Lost World, so he doesn't have to be wary of that danger zone. And now with red armor and mega health coming up, Reaper's looking pretty good, but I don't really care about Reaper right now, because we have got Agent to find these 4 frags in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. He's got the mega health now. That's a 200 stack. The armor will run out very quickly. He's fluffed the jump up toward the rocket, and now the question is, what is he going to do? If he gets challenged here, he's going to go down. Surely that's a good early rocket, but he just had no armor whatsoever. The frag was all going to happen, and there's the good game called by Reaper. Did Agent say good game? Wait, I need to be on console.
No. It was Reaper. But that fight there, Agent got the perfect first rocket, and he missed everything else, and he's just gonna go. I guess that might be, I don't really understand them that well at all what they're saying, but I'm guessing there's some kind of maybe small rivalry going on. I think Agent's gonna be pretty annoyed though about going out towards Reaper, and Reaper, you know, completely outperforming any of my expectations right here, and he's even made it to the semi-final where he is going to be going against Pavel, and that's a step up from Agent. Yeah. It's not a big step up, but it is a step up nonetheless, and if Reaper can defeat him, then I think he stands a chance against whoever's on the other side of the bracket, which could be Strengths or Guard, possibly. I don't know who's got to the semi on the other side just yet.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll get this sorted out. Do we know if the game's going to be straight away? Let's have a chat with the admin, shall we? We've got Roy Chairs, Ince, Nicer Dicer, quite a few people working.
Apparently they're just discussing what server they're going to use. But Reaper being from Ukraine and Pavel being from Russia, I can't imagine it's going to be a very long discussion to find the server.
Hopefully we can get that sorted straight away. But again, guys, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. You know, if you have any feedback, questions, anything like that, make sure you shoot it to the Face It guys in IRC. Or more importantly, if there's any feedback you have, there'll be submissions you can make on the site, and let us know. And I'm sure we'll get these fixed for future events. We do plan to do this every single Sunday. There's $125 given away to what is originally open to be 128 slots. But I'm pretty sure if we somehow find the players to do 256 or above,
if you guys want it, then and you show your numbers, then I think it's definitely going to be a possibility.
Yeah, but always 128 slots is I think we pretty much filled 120.
It was more or less what we had over 110. I know we had over 110, which is really nice cracking stuff.
That's good stuff. So, but make sure you give your support to the QuakeLive guys. Make sure we keep this going. Of course, we try and build a bit of a community going on here with regular streaming. Provide some entertainment for you guys, hopefully. Yeah. And hopefully there's not too many complaints, I guess.
No.
Fingers crossed. Then,
we should be good for that, but I'm going to go check now. Where are the servers? I know that Pavel is on my friends list somewhere. See if he's found his way over to a server.
Yeah, so format of semi-finals, guys, is going to be 2 best of 3s. Assuming we do, both semi-finals. What I mean by that is each match 1 best of 3. That kind of came out wrong. And the grand final will be best of 5. So we'll see all maps for that. Have we not seen any maps? If I have a look at the map pool, I think we've seen everything at least once already, which is refreshing. I can't remember what event it was. I watched it.
Have we seen Arrow Walk? We might not have seen an Arrow Walk yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen an Arrow Walk.
We might not, yeah.
Will we see an Arrow Walk? That's the question.
I think Pavel Agent, I don't know, they might play this off the typical Furious Heights Lost World Blood Run. Guard Strengths is definitely a possibility. I know that Strengths likes Arrow Walk, and I know that Pavel likes Arrow Walk. So if we see them in the final, then that's definitely a possibility. But the other guys, I don't know if that's going to be on their top list of maps to play. Okay.
But again, guys, you'll be able to vote on Facebook for the maps you'd like to see in Face It. I don't know if we change every week, but we'll definitely be changing.
Possibility for that, yeah. I would like to see the new. I want to see Silence in it. I'm always going to root for Silence.
I'm a hate all new things kind of person in QuakeLive.
No, I hate you.
I think for the furthering of QuakeLive, we need new things. But as a player,
okay.
So stick with what I'm used to.
I like it though, because it means I get to practice a map, and since other people maybe aren't like you and they prefer the older maps, there's I'm better than someone at something at last.
And then you get an opportunity in events as well to take maps off some of these players. So
exactly, yeah.
It's always good. I'm going to try and see if I can see the server now.
The server is actually being spawned, and we do have a password, so I'll just put it there for you.
That writing is
amazing.
Okay, I can read it.
That's good. Okay. I can't, so that's definitely a positive thing. Right, I will just jump on to it now. But so, I mean, it's going to be Pavel Agent. Have you been watching these guys enough to have any kind of inkling on who you think could take it?
Back in the day, I would have said perhaps Agent, but I think now Pavel is looking very, very strong. So I think I would go with Pavel. Yeah, definitely Pavel, and especially when I don't know what Pavel's last map score was, but when you come off the back of a close game against an opponent, you may not be. We don't know what they were saying.
Wait. No, it's Reaper surely. Reaper just won that
Oh,
tiebreak.
yeah, sorry.
Oh my god, sorry, that was my fault. But
you're putting things in my head.
Because I'm for some reason I'm just so shocked at the fact that he's there. Yeah. Is that fair for me to say?
No, Reaper's a strong player. You know, if you don't think he was playing,
there was definitely about 6 months where he was getting taken out by people who were well below his normal skill level. So, maybe he has been practicing recently to prove me specifically wrong.
Yeah, I think on his day, Reaper's someone who can perhaps take a map off almost anybody, online at least.
Possibly. But I know that he struggled in the last Zotacs, but I'm on the server, so you should be able to find me pretty soon.
But I guess the difference is taking a map off someone in practice and then taking a map off someone in, Zotac, FACEIT, whoever's running the cups.
Exactly.
It's a different story altogether.
No, absolutely. So
okay,
there we are.
Should be joining now. Awesome.
Just waiting for Reaper to get on over. But yeah, Reaper versus Pavel, either way, same applies to what it would have been against Pavel Asian. I'm still going to favour Pavel. Yeah. Just slightly. I'm not going to say a map score because my predictions have just been so terrible today.
Yeah, but, it feels awkward these days. Like back when I was casting DreamHack summer winter, you could almost guarantee who was going to win what match. Yeah. And now with the whole new player set, if you told me 2 years ago we'd see these 4 people in the final of a prize money tournament online, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
So
I probably would have too. So.
Yeah. It's nice to.
But what is it? It's in the semis: Guard, Reaper, Pavel, Strengths. We've got Strengths from France, Pavel from Russia, Reaper from the Ukraine, and Guard. Did I mention Guard? Guard from Lithuania. And so 4 different areas. The Eastern Europeans definitely representing today, and Strengths is there for the Westerners. But I don't know. I wonder if Strengths has got it in him. If he can take it all away, he's obviously still got to go against Guard. But people are so used to seeing him in the finals. I wonder if he's still got that old Zotac spirit left in him.
Yeah, can't see why not. He's always been the strongest online player, you'd probably say.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's no reason why that would change, and it's not like going to play another FPS game completely ruins your game, especially when you use the same settings from one to the other, same sensitivity. I can't see why it would affect him, and at the end of the day, you don't forget how to play QuakeLive, you just get rusty. So
that's very true.
It's one of the things. It's like with strafe jumping. Will I never forget how to strafe jump? No, but it's a good thing to learn because even if you don't use it, it'll come in useful sometime.
It's immensely useful for any part of Quake.
Yeah, and the thing with Quake as well, it's like you've got all these other FPS games. Close example is Team Fortress 2, Mania. But if you're good at Quake, you're generally good at most FPS. Obviously, you've got the differences when you get to start looking at Counter-Strike Go. The aiming method's different, you know. It's a lot more horizontal, no real air combat, stuff like that. But generally speaking, if you're good at Quake, you can be pretty good at everything.
If you're going to get to a high level there, you can nail most FPS games without a problem. You won't find it difficult to pierce yourself into the community, and that's what's great about Quake. It kind of opens doors to a lot of things, and it's probably one of the fastest and most exciting FPSs out there today. Yeah,
one of the reasons we used to be heavily involved playing Call of Duty back when it didn't suck was because it had strafe jumping in that as well. You could play an SMG class and strafe jump around the map, so it's just adds another element that I really love.
We do have maps being picked. Reaper has picked Lost World, and Pavel did pick Blood Run, and it's going to be Aerowalk tiebreaker. Shall I let the guys know that we're ready? Or?
Yeah, why not? And you can take this one away as well.
Great. All right, let's see if they are going to F3.
I'm going to bring up console just quickly to get this up.
Alright, so it looks like we are going to go live in 5, guys. This is Pavel versus Reaper on the FACEIT Sunday Cup number 1. Let's go live. We are on Reaper, going to get that rocket spawn up at the top. Mega health going towards Pavel. So major items being split, but Reaper failing his jump could slow him down a bit, or it could help him catch up. Pavel, it's going to be a close fight here. The rocket's knocking Pavel down. He is just going to get away with his life. He had about 10 health left after the incident. But Reaper claiming the 2 yellow armors that are left on the map. He's going to be in the better position here. Red armor next. I'm struggling to see how Pavel can even get any item. Maybe one yellow, but they all seem so nicely cycled for him. Now Pavel all the way on the other side. He will claim that lightning gun. Reaper maybe gonna pierce through it, or is he gonna wait for that yellow armor behind him?
The thing is, you got red armor coming up as well, so it's not like if he does push in and find the frag, you know, by the LG, there is chance that he could spawn on red armor and take it away, and that's, you know, an additional amount that he'll probably want to hold on to, and because technically he could have actually delayed it there with 170. He could have left it on its spot and you know, waited a little bit before he picked it up. But that said, probably just wants to keep the item synced, well, not synced, but you know, synced in a way that he can just rotate around and let people run up. As we do see a bit of an exchange with that LG, UA Reaper's going to try and push through to deal enough damage to maybe finish things off, but there isn't a railgun in this game, so that final connection is a lot more difficult to find, especially when your opponent of Powell decides to just back away and fire things in your general direction.
Yeah, Powell is on life support at the moment. He has nothing for him. He hears Reaper trying to come up behind that rocket, coming very close to his face. Powell should possibly try and find another way, well, a way to the other side of the map. Reaper is definitely looking out for him at the moment. Yellow armor there. Maybe he can jump over and get the lightning gun yellow. And that, oh wow, smart play here by Reaper.
That's funny, I was watching Pavel's part of it, just looked like he was, oh, you jumping over there? Okay, I'll try to keep my crosshair, but I'm not going to shoot.
Yeah, you can't keep track of someone going in that fast. Reaper jumping up. Pavel should probably move out here. He's really got nothing to play with. Reaper is as good as 200 at the moment. What could be good here is if Pavel can slow Reaper down and possibly put himself on that mega health. But I don't even know if he has time on anything.
It's impossible, really. Pavel can't make any decision that's not going to put himself in jeopardy, and he doesn't really want to lose an early frag, which could then, you know, spiral downhill into 3 frags, 4 frags, 5 frags. Who knows with the current, you know, cycling of items that we have for Reaper. He really is in control at the moment, and I think Pavel's just, you know, keeping himself very calm, and you know, he's pretty content at waiting for that play to happen.
Nice rocket there. That's definitely slowed down Reaper, and Pavel avoids taking any damage. Getting those shots to put him on 100. He might have a timing on Mega as he saw Reaper jump into it before, but he's deciding to go elsewhere. Red will be up as well, so he's just going to be listening. Pavel's done really well not to have died. I mean, what was most fortunate for him was not dying right at the beginning, where he almost jumped down to lava with 10 health left. He's keeping onto it, and he's staying really calm, so solid stuff here.
Yeah, he's just playing the corners very well at the moment. Pavel, he's always got that escape option, but of course, you know, if Reaper wants to just dive in at him, he's going to deal damage. So Pavel has to, you know, be aware at all times that could potentially happen. Because I think basically Pavel's goal at the moment is to try and frustrate Reaper, keep this game going until, you know, Reaper finally cracks and just goes, screw it, I'm going in, and then we'll take you know, a captain of damage. But right now, Pavel just doesn't have a time on Mega. He won't have a time on Red Armor if we switch onto him. Yeah, he's currently by the plasma gun spawn and those shards. And you know, shards very underutilized sometimes as well. It's important not only to get the yellows, but also to top up on shards and 5 HP bubbles.
Pavel might have a provisional time on Mega, but Reaper did do a little delay trick earlier. I don't know if you were watching the same point of view that I was. So he's looking down at Mega now, but it's still not up for 10 seconds. It looks like he's kind of expecting it to turn up at some point soon. He's looking around, he's just waiting. Here it comes, Reaper's actually on it already. He jumped for it. Red armor is going to be probably taken as well. Yep, Reaper does go out and does grab it. Going through the teleporter, no real damage done there, but Pavel still doing excellently to maintain the stack that he's worked well basically for half the game to get to the keep. Oh, that rocket was savage. Pavel is going to have to back off once again. And we're seeing a pretty slow DM13. This is kind of what I'm used to on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pretty slow. This is just pretty normal. Pretty slow would be not moving. And, you know, on one hand you could say, oh, this is boring. But, you know, actually this is very tactical. And it's one of the most interesting maps to watch in this sense. Watching the players time every single thing on the map. And Pavel's actually got no armor whatsoever. We've got 100, 120 at the moment for Reaper. So Reaper just still in control. But, you know, Pavel is hitting those great rockets on the defensive defensive. May even have done enough here to get on this red armor. One rocket though could put him out of it. No, he will manage to successfully pick that up. And we've got 7 seconds until Mega. Can Pavel actually do something special here?
I think Pavel might have swinged it. He's going to get this next Mega health, and that's putting him in the lead here, which is crazy. So Reaper, after 5 minutes of having control, didn't get a single frag, and it's almost completely changed now. There's literally 10 to 20 health difference in favor of Pavel. It's going to be a bit more now after that rocket. Reaper gonna move away. Red armor's going to be up in a moment, but Pavel has no intentions of getting it straight here. He'd like to aggress Reaper a little bit, but he might find himself dropping down.
I mean, the question is, how is Reaper going to do out of control? We've seen it from Pavel for the first 5 minutes, and for the second 5 minutes, potentially we're going to see Reaper. So who is going to crack first? We have absolutely no idea. Mega again is going to go to Pavel, picking up straight away. He's got almost 200 armor. He could effectively leave this red up and try and set up a trap, maybe, by the other yellow armor, which you would imagine Reaper's just going to probably try and, move back to war if he does get pushed away. So I would maybe consider that, but at the same time, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Reaper using one of his last rockets before filling out, trying to get damage there on the teleporter exit. Pavel there, nice little spam at the top by the yellow. Mega health going to be up soon. Pavel aggressing with the lightning gun, and Reaper moves back. He's going to have to get used to this running away. Put himself into the sticky position. This could be the first frag of the game. Pavel firing off rockets, and eventually it comes down at the 7th minute. Pavel makes it 1-0. Mega health up. Red armor as well. This is perfect for him right now, and this could even be a 1-frag game if they both decide to play the same way they did at the beginning.
This is such bad news at the moment for Reaper. He could, I was expecting him maybe to dive out and drop onto red armor, and it comes as well. I predicted it, but can he find the frag? That's the question, Pavel. No, but he did deal a significant amount of damage. The problem is that red armor now goes to him, so good idea. Unfortunately, it's well predicted.
Yeah. Mega in just a moment. Pavel's going to move back for that. He's much more keen to grab the Mega health quickly than the red. It doesn't take so long out of your data to go down to get it. Red arms in, and I'd like to see Pavel maybe. Oh wow, this is great. Reaper must have been waiting there for some time. Pavel got very surprised by that. It hits a nice rocket. Reaper's going to edge his way out. Pavel misses his jump, but I don't know if Reaper would have known or been bothered for that instant.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I say it all the time. It's like you can pretty much sort of like confuse your opponent. He might think he's done so much damage, but then you come aggressively. He has absolutely no idea, Or you could do a couple of rocket jumps and the guy still thinks you're stacked. So there's actually quite a play, a trickery you can do. As we see a bit of an LG battle. Who's this going to come down to? It will be Pavel as well. Didn't even drop below 100 HP, and surely another one. Look, I mean, Reaper has no idea what health he's got. And, that's kind of what I was talking about. Just, completely different scenario.
Yeah, Power edging off, spamming a bit that exit, does get himself on the yellow. Reaper though is slowing things down. He's got just over a minute left. He needs to make this minute count. He's got to get the perfect tactful maneuver on him, otherwise it's going to be over. Finds Pavel there, maybe not where he was expecting, but can he get any more damage out? Pavel trying to chase. This algae fight could decide the game completely, and it is going to be Pavel taking it. He's going to stack him now on Mega and red armor. I don't know, this could be GG already. Is Reaper going to try and fight back just one last time and see if he can do it? Here's another algae fight. I don't know where he got it from so quickly, but Pavel picks up one more. Less than 50 seconds to go. Still some items to go, but there we are. There is coming through, and Reaper does call good games. Map number 1 is going to be over, and that was Reaper's pick, and Pavel won it.
I mean, that's just what happens when you have armor. The LG on LG battle is never going to be won, unfortunately, the second one by Reaper. But it was all out or nothing. You couldn't really change things. But I'm going to have a quick look at the scoreboard to see what's going on. We've got 25 LG versus 22 in favour of Reaper. But it doesn't really tell the whole story because that game was extremely slow. They really did wait for their chances.
Yeah. And the biggest thing that went wrong there for Reaper was he had 5 minutes of control and he didn't get anything done with it. Yeah. He didn't get any points on the board through it. And Pavel just played it perfectly. He played it slowly, patiently, and then he managed to grab the frag in his own time.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's not a case of taking advantage of playing defensive being in control, but more what is it I want to say? There's something I want to say.
Something.
Playing out of control worse. Maybe that's what it was, more than, you know, the player in control. I don't know. I'm losing it.
Stop talking, NBC.
Yeah. I'll come back to that later.
I think it was just Pavel who outplayed Reaper out of control, because otherwise it would have gone to overtime and 0-0 basically.
That's what I meant, yeah. Outplayed, out of control. God, I went a roundabout way to say that.
We are going to head over to Blood Run, I believe.
Yeah.
Where we will see Pavel's map pick, but we have seen, you know, some good things here from Reaper as well. So it's not like this map hugely favors either of the guys who picked their own map. It's still going to be a tight game, I think, and you know, we could even see what we saw at the beginning of Lost World. It's not, you know, it's not impossible to happen on Blood Run. So
yeah, I mean, both players clearly comfortable in that, but we are going live here. Second map, Pavel versus UA Reaper. As we'll see what spawns we get. It is, of course, you know, Reaper to bring this one back to go to a third map, as Pavel will get that mega health spawn on the LG with the yellow armor. We'll also be able to take up a yellow, a bit wary of the railgun coming out from the teleporter. And actually, I think that's really smart, because I don't know if Pavel is going to be quite sure that Reaper took the red armor straight away, or whether he was on his way to get it afterwards. So I don't think Pavel will have a time on it or anything.
I think he'll have a fair estimate. He's going to be checking out this yellow armor now, and now his job is basically to go over to red. Reaper not as stacked. He's going to have to just let Pavel take control here. Mega health going to be in the hands of Pavel. Oh, he takes a bit of damage there, but it's no real hassle at all. He can possibly hang around for the yellow if he really wants to, but I imagine he wants to look for a bit of damage on Reaper and possibly even a first frag. But after the way things go, oh, maybe it could be very soon. Reaper getting hit back with those rockets. Pavel also experiencing his own injuries there. And here's the LG damage at the top. Reaper is actually committing to this. Is he gonna? No, he does back off again. Very, very late maneuver. And he had he had about 25 health at the end of that fight.
Yeah, something very low.
Oh, and that rail there is going to finish off. You can see how low he really was. Pavel picking up that mega health.
And again, I mean, look at the times on the left. This is perfect opportunity now for Pavel to push on forward. He can, well, go and get the upper yellow. If he wants, the jump comes over, the railgun's miss. That is a huge miss. Now he's not going to get onto that. One more rocket. Yeah, despite finding the frag though. I mean, look, he only has 20 armor. That could have been so much better. So actually, Reaper's doing okay, and a good burst of plasma could find the frag. Who's going to get the better spawn? We got Mega in 10, Red in 10, lower yellow. It will be Pavel. Oh my God, Reaper's going to be kicking himself. That was such an unlucky situation for him, but it may still mean he will get Mega. That's a bit of a fluff of the rocket jump now from Pavel, and he'll have to double back on to pick it up. But 2-0 at the moment here for Pavel.
But it's kind of reset a bit. Reaper's going to be happy with the way the game's going, even if he is behind. He's got work to do, but with a small advantage right now. He can look down on Pavel here, try to get some damage, but rocket doesn't hit. The LG was very, very choppy. Looking now for red armor. This is his next port of call. Oh, but nice rail there. Pavel getting out of range of that lightning gun, and here it is. They're just trading back and forth. Pavel's just moving in and out of range. This has got to be slightly annoying. Nice rail. Reaper is vulnerable to one more. He needs to get his 25 health bubble before he can breathe. Pavel dancing through. This is so close, and look at the spam on that LG. He is not letting Pavel get any of that mega health, and this could be okay. This looked bad for Reaper for a moment, but he's definitely made up for it by securing that mega health.
Yeah, this sucks really hard for Pavel though, because he only has 20 HP, and really Reaper's doing such a good job of traversing from that 50 HP to the 225s and just denying them from Pavel. So Pavel's having to work with nothing at the moment. He can't really do anything. The best he can hope for is a railgun into delay. Yeah, what a rocket coming out. We just get on the scoreboard now, 2-1. But again, look at the times. We're going to see this mega go. He may even go to look to peek toward the upper yellow first. No, he will manage to instead pick up mega and not take that risk. But again, he can pick everything up on the map. So Reaper definitely in position to tie things up.
No, for sure. Red Arm's going to be upset. I don't think he's really thought about that top yellow much at all. He's going to get out. Maybe he'll have a look. No, he wants to edge over to the other. He's probably got his routine going on the bottom yellow rather than the top. Gonna grab this one even though it makes no additional benefit to a stack. And Pavel eventually picks up one, but this could be an equalizer already. Reaper rushing through. Is he going to be able to tie things up? He does manage to get it. 4 minutes in, and it is 2 frags to 2. So Reaper keeping it very close. Mega health up. Pavel tries to make the jump over to red armor, but it's still not going to spawn. He was just a little bit too early for it. And Reaper could even rocket jump up if he wants to be hyper aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, interesting thing you mentioned about the yellow armor and him only taking the bottom one is that if he was to take the upper, he does then get caught at shotgun, which obviously opens up for some very ninja sneak attacks from one of the players if that's to hide up there. So by getting lower yellow, he can take the teleport and get positioned by grenade. That gives him a good opening to deal LG damage on toward red armor if some player is silly enough to open himself up for those shots to happen. But right now we're 2-2. We've got red and Mega spawning at the same time. Reaper's just going to try his best to maybe pick up both of them. Whether he'll drop to Mega first. No, he's actually dropped a bit prematurely because he did not hit that railgun, so he has to be careful the jump to red doesn't come. But it seems that Pavel's maybe not wanting to risk that.
Yeah, he's being very conservative here. He doesn't want to risk losing a frag right now. Pavel definitely wants to take this one 2-0, 100-100 as a rail hits. And Pavel is so careful at the moment. He tries to go for a peek rail. He's like, okay, that's enough. I'll shoot back this way. And gonna head up even looking for spam shots. He's just playing off the sand cube at the moment. Oh, but he can't hear that. Reaper sneaking up on him. This could be another frag, but Reaper just a little bit too slow. No 50 health bubble up for Pavel. Mega health up as well in a second. So Pavel not railable, but definitely the 50 health bubble. That's gonna be a relief for him. And Reaper, though, with other goods to play with. So yellow armor and plenty of time to get over to the red. So he's definitely, if anyone's going to get a frag now, I'm putting my money on Reaper. But unless he just misses more of these rails, that could be bad for him.
Yeah, you will manage to find this red now, Reaper. We've got Mega coming up in 7. I'm going to have a quick switch over to see the stack up. 99 to 144. So back on a Reaper, it's currently in position for this Mega, trying to keep him away, and I think he will be able to pick this one up for free. And also lower yellow armor as well, which he wasn't quite aware of at the time, but we'll have it now. And again, another opportunity here after this red armor to sync everything up, because even if he picks this up 2 seconds after it spawns, he will still have a delay on those item times. You can see 4 seconds between that and red armor.
Oh wow, what a rush. Pavel trying to mix things up a bit and go behind him, but it's not going to work. Reaper taking the lead now, 3-2, and it's just going to be one of those occasions where, okay, you win my map and I'll win your map. I will not be surprised if that is it. Mega health now. Reaper's going to have to be quick over, but no, it doesn't even matter. Pavel's being caught out of position, and rocket would have been very close. Nice rail there, even saving himself that red armor for a future pickup. I thought he was going to go edge over towards him. Pavel might get himself a rocket launcher, but this is close. This is not in great shape.
Yeah, brilliant play as well by Reaper. He could have just dropped a Mega health to look for the rail, but instead he's taken the upper ground, which essentially means that, well, I was about to say that he couldn't push in toward Mega and steal away the yellow, but actually, for some reason, that has now happened. So, whatever. I'm wrong.
He made that jump there, and Reaper took that rocket to the chest. Red armor up in the moment. Reaper may have mixed up his timings a little bit. He might actually have to donate this Mega health to Pavel. He is going to get it. Red should go for Reaper. Still taking some bits of damage, and Pavel's doing okay. He's finding a bit of control, landing a couple of rockets, but those are really sketchy. Hits one, a very nice one. But Pavel can go away and say, okay, I've done some damage, but now I need to recuperate. And he's the one who gets to that top yellow first.
Yeah, the question is where the health was in the pickup. He doesn't have 225s to back into. He doesn't have a 50. He has to be very careful. Reaper as well, just 51. So, Pavel's in a good position now, but at the same time, Reaper only needs to hit 1 or 2 rockets, and things will swing around in the other favor, especially now Mega health's up. Can he push in? No, it doesn't. Oh, he will find the frag as well with the railgun. I was about to say, will he go in for it? And it seems like he didn't need to.
And Pavel now, 2 minutes left, work to be done. He's going to get himself onto red. He's only got rocket launcher. Is he going to try and trap? He does. He looks for the next rocket, hits 2 direct rockets. He's jumping down and hits the 3rd. That was amazing play there by Pavel. He's actually got all the weapons that he needs, but that was, wow, what a recovery there by Reaper. And to keep himself in this best of 3, that was absolutely essential, because Pavel could have gone crazy there. Reaper might even pick up another one, and I don't know. This is looking very close. If Reaper gets the stack up here, then it could be over.
Yeah, just 14 HP. We'll make the jump over toward Red Armor as well. The railgun from below. Could this comeback happen? We got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Let's remember 5 seconds spawn delay, so essentially eliminate 15 from that time. So we've actually got 1 minute left to find these frags. I'm going to switch on to Reaper at the moment. He's currently trying to play on the defensive with the rocket launcher. Can he do enough? I think so as well. The frag comes out 8-4, and that, my friends, has probably sealed the deal here in map number 2.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Pavel can make it back here. He's looking for damage, but he actually gets one. And Reaper's little binder maybe showing the shock on his face there. Pavel's got to run, and I won't be surprised if Reaper is just hiding in one place. He is lurking in the upper areas, and he's going to, while Pavel finds him, the LG's going to chase. He might get a frag. There it is. 35 seconds left. This is still possible. We can't rule it out of the equation yet. Pavel's not going to go for the red, though.
Let me say, it's important that he keeps away that rocket launcher from Reaper. If Reaper can get that rocket launcher, the plus back play is going to be so much easier. But at the same time, is he actually going to move toward it?
Reaper's hiding. Reaper is completely hiding. He doesn't want anything. And Pavel can probably guess now. I imagine he... Come on. Is he going to look around the corner? No, he's just going to edge past. And he's still not found him. He's looking for Mega Health, but that is going to be time up. And Reaper is going to bring us through to a tiebreaker map. He calls GG, is like, you cannot find me. And wow, great game. The last minute and a half was just a massive cluster of, okay, your frag, my frag. What's something for everybody there.
Yeah.
Mental.
So final score 8-6. Reaper taking that one. And again, the pickup's fairly even across the board there, really. No real things to separate. It was just a very good match.
Fairly close there. Damage is, damage also very even. And we're going to see an error walk.
Yeah.
So I think possibly the first time today. This could be interesting as well. I'm not sure. I'm not going to make any thoughts on it because anything could happen, like we've seen already.
Yeah, well, I mean, whilst we wait for the players to get ready up, the thing I really love about this map is the red armor area. You can effectively just, if you're stacked and you've got over, say, 130, you can leave it up and you can just rail over to the opposite side of the map and just try and deal consistent damage to your opponent, keep him low, and that will mean you should then be able to push on later on and find the frag when the time is actually convenient, rather than going to maybe pick up red armor, losing that potential shot, and then not giving yourself any option to find the frags in the future. So looking forward to this one, definitely. I
think they're both going to be hoping to have I want that spawn where I get the frag immediately. Both of us getting a rocket launcher and rushing for Mega Health. As usually people hope to be in the favourable position there. Otherwise, we could have a bit of a fair split. Someone on red, someone maybe at rail, going down to Mega. But we are going to get started right away. Who are we going to follow first in VC?
I think we're going to go with Reaper, who did get that rocket launcher. Drop into the Mega. We have seen the red armor picked up by Pavel. That was a nice shot indeed. And we're going to be able to push on a little bit as well. Keep up the aggression. We do know that Pavel does not have a railgun yet. And that's definitely going to be on his mind as he does try to play defensive. Because whilst you can use the rockets to keep back your opponent to a certain extent, at the end of the day, if Reaper wants to push in and hit a railgun, there's nothing you're going to do to stop him, because there's so many teleports and levels of height in the terrain that are going to allow you to find those shots to hit regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you need rail to respond, and he does finally have it.
Mega Health, so Pavel, nice recovery off the beginning, whereas Reaper getting most of the damage. And Reaper's got to find some cheeky rails. I think he hit one there. Pavel in position for red armor, looking to pick that one up, looking for some shots from below, some very difficult ones to hit. And Pavel just scouting the top area.
Yeah, I mean, what you got to remember is Reaper doesn't have anything to work with, and you're out of control on this map. If you want to figure out how to play it, go watch Cypher play this map, and you'll see exactly how to do it back from, I think, the first ever QuakeCon for QuakeLive. But the point is that Reaper just has to try and hit these railguns, and if you can just deal enough damage, and there's an item up on the map, maybe the red armor, maybe Pavel decided to delay it, then maybe you can actually get in the item off the spawn. That's probably what it's going to be to bring things back. And unfortunately, if he dies here, he's not really going to have to do any.
How is he still alive with 1 health? Eventually Pavel gets the kill, but with only 8 health left himself, that's nothing, and not the clean kill he was hoping for. But he picked up a yellow armor after Reaper. No, he's not going to be able to get to that red armor first. Pavel just making that little jump there, but some nice damage, and the rocket is going to connect. It is going to be 1-1. Mega Health up now. Does Reaper remember He does, and the rail shot misses by Pavel. And we could see another one. Yeah, Pavel can't get through the teleporter in time. 2-1 for Reaper. Yellow armor up, though. He's so early here for red.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you think he's going to be challenged? Pavel doesn't have any armor himself. The best he could hope for was a direct rocket. You know, going in and hoping for something more would be a huge risk at this point in the game. But there's an impressive coming up. 2 in a row, 3 in a row. Going to find the frag in. Tie things up 2-2. 1 off the spawn as well. There's just 20 HP left for that spawn player, or about 22 thereabouts. Either way, Reaper is extremely low, but that is some brilliant LG. The Mega goes in favor of Pavel.
So aggressive. That is crazy play by Reaper. I mean, if that Mega health wasn't there, that would have easily been a frag. He was out-thinking Pavel there, and he was just waiting. Okay, I'm going to get this Mega, and just constantly taking damage at the same time. But the problem was mostly where Reaper just stayed on that red armor for ages. Pavel sent a rocket, and Reaper just got scared and fled. So now we're seeing Reaper sitting on 40 to 50, and hitting some nice rails. He could recover from this, though. This is how he managed to get himself on the board in the first place. Hits another great rail. Wants to deny that Mega, but misses the crucial shot that would have gotten the kill. This could slow things down. He has no more rail ammo. Red armor just getting taken. And this is tough work. But still, it's been 3 minutes in, and it's such a close game.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, because, you know, Reaper is, you know, quite frankly low. If he goes down here, he's not going to spawn for any item. So this is not the ideal situation he wants to die. If he can stay alive for a little bit longer, maybe dive on an item. If he dies, spawn on another one, because, you know, Pavel is going to have to have dived onto one of them at least. Then maybe he can get away with it. We'll see. He's got a yellow armor behind him and a Mega below, but the Mega would go toward Pavel regardless. And actually, this is brilliant work from Pavel right now.
Yeah, Reaper actually almost winning himself a red there, but besides I don't want to make the jump. I will be too low on health from the rocket launcher for the rocket jump. Oh, I think when those rockets connected, it probably wasn't a huge amount of damage at all. Red armor still up. Pavel hasn't gone for it yet. Nice rail there. And Mega soon. Reaper. Oh, that rail is really going to put him out of action. I'm so. Finally, Pavel moves in, gets a frag, and look at his stack now. He can really take advantage of the position he's in. Got to be careful not to let Reaper slip behind him and get that Mega health. And he does pick it up with ease. Oh, and well, again, Reaper is so early for red. Pavel should pick this up. Yeah, there we go. Through the gap there below red armor. Easy frag.
Yeah, and look at this, right? He knows that he can't pick up the frag on the yellow armor side of the map, because if he does that, the spawn will come in at red armor. So he needs to now back away to this side to try and either get the frag at distance, or just, you know, keep Reaper low for the, you know, for the foreseeable future. So he just finds some rockets. But yeah, as long as he can move back to here, he wouldn't be able to pick up the red. Instead, going to go and grab it himself. We've got Mega coming up as well that he'll be able to pick up, and then maybe he has a bit of an opportunity to go aggressively here. And the problem we're having here is, you know, we're not seeing an exchange of railguns, or even just one in favor of Reaper. If it's either nobody hits or both of them hit, and that's what you can't have if you're Reaper, really.
And Pavel actually had time to go to the yellow. Didn't fancy it. I mean, he could still rocket jump over there and completely make a mess of Reaper's day. Hits the rail anyway, which is going to cause enough of a fuss. Almost going for another one. This could finish it off, but they're just not able to connect. Finally, he gets one, and it is 6-2. Off the spawn, we could see one more, but Reaper just about gets away with his life. But no, there's going to be another rail. 7-2 now. Mega health up in just a moment. Pavel looking for just a hint more damage. Mega goes towards him, and I want to see Pavel maybe denying more of these yellow armors. Nice rail there. He's looking for the spawns again, but Reaper spawning over by the yellow armor picks up the item, but he's not going to pick up any frags at all. 9-2. It is starting to escalate quite rapidly in favor of the Russian.
I mean, even now he has position on red armor. He's always making sure he's in, you know, the correct area so he doesn't lose map control. It is really superb play from Pavel at the moment. I can't fault anything he's doing. Even this exchange is going to be won as well. The Mega goes to him. He's probably going to not be able to take yellow armor as well, because where he is now forces a top spawn. So, you know, Pavel's just like, you know, he's comfortable. He's not going to be fearing at all.
No. Not slightly. I'm having a look at the accuracy. So 26 LG, so probably been quite a lot of spam. Well, this is a big fight here actually. Reaper gets some massive rocket damage. 14 health left for Pavel, but he picks up the frag. 2 25s and a red armor left. That is a bad time for Reaper to die. Oh, another nice rail. Reaper. There's a great prediction shot from Reaper, and with the pummel comes in, machine gun could take him out. That's almost as bad as being gauntleted.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try and turn this into an insta-gib cup. You get pummeled in the face after so long. 13-3 at the moment. We've still got that 10 frag deficit. So fine, bring back here for Reaper. Pavel's going to extend this one further, and the smiley face comes out. But right now it looks like Pavel's going to be advancing to the grand final.
It really does. It's looking at it. I've got to say, Reaper's been playing awesomely today, and I want him to keep doing that. I want him to play more of these weekends. Actually, I should say that for all the players, really.
Yeah, definitely.
And red armor, just sitting up there. It doesn't really matter. The frag gets made.
Yeah, this is just sort of show-off time now, really. He's got to be feeling comfortable. An extra 20 seconds, and there's no way in hell, even if you were to unplug your mouse and keyboard and then just keep spawning in, the comeback could be made.
I don't know. 2 minutes. That's still quite a lot of time, but the way Reaper's going at the moment, it doesn't seem like it's going to be going that way. Pavel's just still picking up frags with very low health.
Do we know who he might be playing?
No, because we're going to be going to the other semi-final right after this.
But what I mean is, who would you predict?
Strengths.
Okay.
I think Pavel versus Strengths.
And let's assume that Strengths does beat his winning semi-final. How do you think these two would match up?
Pavel's Strengths, well, I think there's going to be a large portion of the audience who are going to be very used to seeing Pavel and Strengths going against each other in the final. It's at least it was a common matchup. But Guard's going to be there to try and cause an upset on Strengths. And
I suppose the question is, what server would we play? Strengths is like.
Please don't ask that question.
We'll be right back about 2 hours, guys. I think is the best
breaker before the grand finals. And Reaper there, he's standing there. You can see that he's basically GGing, and I think he's saying, good game, you played really well, Pavel. I like some of the moves you made around red armor. It was really insightful of you, and I hope to play against you in the future. I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rough translation.
I just really loved his positioning. Wherever he took frags, he always made sure that he could fall back on the item that he didn't want his opponent to take, forcing the spawn. Like I say, guys, if you do try to play QuakeLive, learning how the spawns work, furthest percentage, and then implementing that into your game is the step from going just an average player timing items to the next level.
For sure.
Final frags there for Pavel, going to be 20. Absolutely smashing arrow walk 2-1 in maps.
Impressive finish there for Pavel. But we are going to be able to move over to the semi-final almost instantaneously, and I'm going to go find that server right now. I think we could actually start very, very soon.
Awesome.
Let's find it. So I wonder how Guard's going to perform though. He's a player that's been kind of up and down, more up recently than down. But whether or not he's prepared himself very recently for this cup is something we're going to have to just wait and see. If Strength is going to be able to hold off and prove that he is king of the Sunday Cups, it's going to be very tough, I think, more so for Guard than Strengths, in my opinion.
Awesome.
And you should be able to get on my server.
Yeah.
I will ask if let's see if they have chosen. So Arrow Walk, Lost World, and Toxicity. So,
but I mean, let's just establish something. We go back a little bit. We've now at least secured $25 for Pavel.
Yeah, he's actually made it into the money.
Yeah.
So
we're now in the money.
He's going to be happy with that, and I think his manager Kook is going to be content in deliberate murder. He always loves seeing his players do so well. But, now we're actually going live right now, so if you want to go spec, we are going to semi-final number 2. It is Lithuania's Guard versus France's Strengths. I'm on Guard at the moment. He's just moving up towards that red armor. He can't get the jump done quite yet. Eventually goes to it, and Strengths trying to get that railgun to get damage on him, doesn't make it. So Guard very close there to getting a sketchy beginning, but it's all kind of fixed itself now, and we're probably, I imagine it's Arrow Walk, and we're going to see some intense on that there.
I think it's very important that Guard establishes very early on that he's not some pushover, then he can hit his shots. If he doesn't, Strengths is going to try and take thorough advantage of that as he finds that first frag by the red armor. Not even opting to go straight for it. He wants to pick up the mega health first. Knows that that spawn was toward that side of the map. And yeah, you can see now this. Oh, totally frag! God, absolutely going to be laughing to himself after that one. Oh, Strength just threw it away, but thank God he didn't take the red armor beforehand, because if we have a look at him, he spawned on it. So
that's one way to wreck someone who has 150 stack. Unfortunately for Guard, he wasn't, as you said, couldn't get to that red armor, and he's going to have work on his hands to do anyway. But he does get yellow armor, which is almost a small consolation prize. Mega health, Guard just running over. It looks like he wants to head up to that red, but taking a direct rocket at the feet. Strengths might even just chase here. He's looking for where Guard could drop, but here it is, surely one more frag. Guard's actually going to pick it up. Amazing LG there in return. He just had the upper sort of advantage, but he's got to be careful now. He could be vulnerable. Is it 28 or 27 health? Oh, it's 27. So close. Guard really needs some health here. Is there a 25? No, it's not by the well. There's one down by the teleporter. He picks it up. That was a very ballsy jump. And Strengths for the mega. He tries to get the rocket, but he's actually going to kill himself. Strengths going 0 again. Well, I say again. Red armor for Guard. Oh, and a perfect rocket on the exit. This is amazing play here. He's trying to control those spawns.
Yeah, this is what Guard has to do as well. He has to, like I said, establish his position in this matchup. He has to keep Strengths on his toes. If he doesn't, he'll take advantage. And right now, trying to make this 4, and there's the frag with the LG. He's going to get a yellow armor as a very good thank you. And now it's red armor time, but look at those railguns. That was a clutch move to pick up that weapon from the French.
Yeah. What just happened? So I think he grenaded himself by accident there. Seen that a couple of times today, not just my Guard. Mega health though should go to Strengths. 8 health here. I don't know if Strengths realizes how low Guard is, but he just needs a small slap in the face and then he'll go down. That's in red armor over there. Strengths will probably be hanging around over that edge of the map and just waiting for Guard to show his face, really.
Yeah, so I want to switch on to Strengths and just see what's going on. He's going to take red armor off the spawn and knows that he really needs to push onto this frag, and he doesn't want to, if he has to overextend, give that red armor away to Guard. And there's the frag as well. You got mega and yellow coming up, so I think Strengths actually could get both of these. I think he has a clear eye on where exactly Guard is, so could get full map block, but at the same time we got Vegas coming up as well. So Strengths just really trying to keep the map to himself at the moment and try and bring these flags back for free.
He decided, to chase Guard down that gap. Didn't want to go, just pack one of his items. Gonna bring one more frag to the board. Missing that jump to red, but it doesn't matter. He's actually picked up a conversion because of that. Guard might be able to get this. Oh wow, what a rail at the end there. Guard's still trying to get some bits of damage there, but it's not looking so great for him. Oh wow, this LG and the mega health pick up for Strengths. Great stuff. Ages now till any items. Guard's got to do some awesome combat stuff if he wants to see himself do well. So good. If the Guard hit that last rocket, that could have been a frag or at least a mutual frag. But in the end, the rail's going to come through. Red armor's up. Guard's going to jump for it as quick as he can. Strengths comes through the teleporter, hits a rail shot. Guard is so weak at the moment. There's no help, but the rail's going to come through again. 5-4. And again, the rail's just the climax of each frag. Strengths eventually brings it to a 2 frag difference. This is this is close, and Guard is just being almost as aggressive as Strengths is. He might have to slow things down soon.
Yeah, you got to be careful on aero wall, because on one hand you can keep exchanging frags, but there's always that switch, that click where things just change, and then all of a sudden you're not actually finding damage for the lives you're losing. And that seems to be the case at the moment. So we'll see what Guard's going to do as I move on to him. We got red and mega spawning at the same time, but really Guard is no position to challenge either of them. And there's the frag by the green armor coming out from Strengths. Now 4 frag deficit, and you can see now I think he's confident that maybe he won't be able to get on the red, and Guard actually fluffs the jump, and that's going to be another frag. Not good indeed. 9-4 at the moment, maybe another one as well. These are some good attempts for those rail shots from Guard. It's kind of what he needs to do, but he has to find the frag soon, because right now Strength's just not going to that sort of danger zone area. Maybe now.
Nice rail there. Yeah, Guard was kind of going for the close range rails. It's not really want to be, but you want to be careful when you are very close range, because if you're just hitting them point blank with a rocket launcher, you're going to be hurting yourself as well. So lightning gun might be an option there, but either way, Guard's going to have to be a little bit more conservative, or conserving about the way he's playing. Otherwise, we could see the score difference extending rapidly, and this is kind of the limit that you can really reach. Where Guard now, if he gets solid control, he can still make him come back. Many more frags from Strength, and it's GG, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's one hand trying to bring things back against, Reaper or whoever, but when you're going against Strix, who just hits like a train, like effectively with that railgun, it's very difficult to, avoid the shots. Doesn't matter what you do, Strix just doesn't miss. And now I think that's part of the problem for Guard. You can see there, I mean, it's just a ridiculous shot. He's got bounced through the teleport and still hits the rail. The aggressive play comes out from Guard, but Strix just has an answer for everything at the moment.
He does, but he is on full health. He is available. Guard can't quite finish the job off. And he's still looking for a real shot. Strength is just hopping around through teleporters, in and out, everywhere. Guard might be able to get the rocket down, just Strength again, he's just disappearing everywhere. Red armor is up. Guard gets hit by a rail. There's an amazing prediction shot. So if Guard's very quick here, he might be able to get to the Mega, but Strength has already got to it. This is looking late for him. He needs to find a 25 health bubble, otherwise a rail will end him, and 4 health. That is a great frag there. Guard, even though he picks up the kill, then it's maybe not enough. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but if Guard does not get any major items soon or anything, it's going to be game over, I think.
Yeah, I mean, 9 frags not impossible. We've seen bigger comebacks here on Arrow. All it takes is one clean frag with a lot of health and armor. And with just 61, if he got the red armor spawn, perhaps he could have started bringing things around. But it doesn't look like Guard's too happy at the moment, complaining that Strength is warping.
Trash talk.
Yeah, a bit of trash talk going on that we always see in QuakeLive. It's one of the more fun aspects at times, if you take it lightheartedly, of course.
I think what he's trying to say is stop winning.
Yeah.
That's generally what it's code for.
But we're already on map 1, so of course we have a lot of chance to.
Yeah, and I think the next map was Lost World. I think.
It's a good question.
I believe it was. And I would imagine this was Strength's map there, so I don't think Guard should be too stressed at the moment. And there is the fact that if you are getting really stressed, you're going to find it harder and harder to focus on the game. Guard here in a close combat situation gets a nice rocket, almost manages to finish off with an air. The Strength is just clinging on to his life, gets the red, 17-6. Another rail there. I'm going to just quickly check his accuracy. Let's have a peek.
57% on the railgun.
And Guard says GG. Well, actually, I don't even know if he says it, but he forfeits regardless. Guard was actually hitting 22% railgun, and that's not enough on a map like Aerowalk. You've got to be hitting more than 22%.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, when you've got a player in control, just railing down hell onto your nose, it can be difficult to respond, especially if you're playing with very low HP, which is what we saw Guard do quite a lot.
Yeah. I think the start was the most exciting, really, where it was kind of going back and forth for a short period of time. It's actually going to be Blood Run, it looks like.
We'll wait and see. No one's voting yet.
F2? Maybe not?
Yeah.
Maybe not?
I guess not. But I'm looking forward to this one. I definitely think Guard has it in him to bring about. We saw some good defensive play early on, like we mentioned, and Blood Run can be very defensive heavy map, as we've seen today. I think we've seen it played both ways actually. So
we've seen some very aggressive games, and the last one we saw between Reaper and Pavel was a pretty damn slow one. It took 5 minutes till the first frag. That's very slow. And is Guard says he would like to wait a while, so this could be
10 minutes.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Okay, well, if it's going to be 10 minutes, I guess we might take a quick break. Let me just give me 30 seconds to confirm. Is he going to give me anything? Okay, I think it's literally just disappeared. So what we'll do, guys, take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the conclusion of this second semi-final between Guard and Strengths. Remember, when you come back, it has to be Guard to bring back map number 2, which will be Lost World. I've been MVC.
And I've been Zoo.
See you soon.